If anyone ever wonders why the Festival of the Arts is my favorite time at EPCOT, that. Today, we decided to go to Festival of the Arts, or as many call it, FARTS.
We spent a good chunk of the morning from noonish until, I think it's 7 p.m. now.
Festival of the Arts is my favorite festival. The atmosphere is great. There's all of these different artists who are there showing lots of paintings,
yes,
illustrations that are inspired by Disney characters, but it's not like they're just duplicating it. They're like bringing new life to them. Yeah. And that, as well as like Disney adjacent things, right? Like, so Star Wars and et cetera. There's live concerts. There is a Disney on Broadway series at the end of each day. There is chalk artists doing all kinds of things.
Yes.
There was this guy doing Hulk, and like he had in chalk, and he had the way he had designed it. He gave specific instructions to, like, if you wanted to be immersed in the image, you were supposed to kneel in a certain spot, and then have a friend put their feet in a certain spot and take the photos from that spot, and then flip the camera upside down, and then it has this really cool effect. Like, and so it was just very, very cool. People being super creative, and it's such a great vibe. Right. Even the food, they take extra care to make it really pretty. They are making art with this food, and so I mean, everything is very Instagrammable. Some of the prettiest food you're ever going to see. There was this rose thing that Aadam got that was, I mean, just gorgeous things. So I think this is my favorite festival, and it's one of the shorter ones. It's not quite as short as the holidays, but it's like second shortest.
So we love coming down here during those times. I have self-banned myself from getting new art because I have at least 4 to 5 paintings that are in frames that are sitting on the corner that I have not put up yet. So until I'm like, what, like that? Wait a minute. Do I have that art? I don't remember. Maybe I do. So, but it's a good event to come to if you get a chance. I highly recommend, if you have a chance, to go ahead and try to come to the special limited events that Disney does, or Walt Disney World does.
People often think about the food first and foremost when they think of Epcot festivals. What did you think of the things you tried today?
They were great. One of them was we had a beet tartare, BEET, tartare. It was okay for just something to try. Just like a unique dish a play on beef tartare. It had mushrooms on it. It had stem mushrooms, not the little small button mushrooms. These had long stems on them. It had pistachios on it, and it was a little bit acidic. But overall, it was something great to try.
You need to like beets. I had the teeniest, tiniest taste. It was tolerable, but I wouldn't have wanted to eat any more of that. So you do need to like beets.
Next, I had the Enchanted Rose on a cookie with a chocolate leaf. Mm-hmm. And so the outer rose itself had a little bit of crust to it, but the inside was a mousse with, I believe, a cherry jubilee center, which was very, very good. As I picked it up, the cast member said, I suggest you get a spoon because you're going to need it. And I thought it'd be more dense than it was, but it's actually like a pudding mousse, a thick mousse. So that was very good. That was pretty good. What else did we have next?
We went to right near Canada.
Okay.
And I got a wild mushroom risotto when you got the beet tartare thing. And we both agreed that my risotto was better.
Yes, it was. Risotto was better. Overall, flavor-wise, risotto was better.
It was pretty good. Very Parmesan heavy. It tasted truffly. I need to go back and look and see if it actually had truffle, but it was like definitely truffle adjacent. I enjoyed that a lot. That was gluten-free, so that was what drew me to that. After that, we walked around some more.
Looked at
some more art. So then we went to the American Pavilion and got the deviled eggs. So they had a deviled egg flight. They use the term deviled loosely. Maybe it's a regional thing. But it was more like whipped thing on top of hard-boiled eggs. But But I mean, it was good. It was good. So it was 3 flavors. There was a pimento cheese, there was a green goddess, and then there was a BLT, which we asked if they would be able to do it without the bacon, and they were able to do that.
Something smoky.
It was very smoky. I think the pimento one was the best one, followed by the Elis BLT. And then the Green Goddess was also good. A cast member told me that those had been really popular today, so we wanted to try it out. Right. And I'm glad I did. It was pretty good. Yeah. Plus, after that risotto, I was wanting something proteiny, so that checked that box. So we split them in half, and that worked. And then we went over to Germany. They had a short rib with a really just delicious, there was a red wine reduction and some mashed potatoes that were just super creamy. And there was a one piece of broccolini and some sauce, and it just you didn't need a knife. I mean, with a short rib done properly, you should just be able to eat it with a fork. And this was that. There was no extra fat. It was just so good. I mean, absolutely the best thing I ate today. If you're coming, go to Germany. We did not end up buying any art. We did the last 2 years. Like I said, Aadam put himself in a moratorium, and there was nothing that spoke. Well, there was this Daisy and Donald image from
in a tram.
What is his name? I'll put the artist's name if I can remember it. But they're in the monorail, exhausted after leaving a day at the parks. It's very similar to a piece I already owned by the same artist, where they're in a hotel. There's a Disney castle in the background, and Donald is laid on the bed, exhausted. And there's still the stickers on their suitcases. So they clearly just got there. And Daisy is just roaring to go and looking at the castle and so excited. And Donald is he's done from the travel day. He just wants to go to bed. And so because it was very similar to that image, I felt it would be a little bit redundant, but I mean, I am still thinking about it. It was really pretty. The one I bought last year was still here. So, if it's still speaking to me next year, it will be mine. That's how these things work.
When you come to Festival of the Arts to explore, they have a lot of booths spread out all over the place. So if you see something, say, oh, that looks nice. As you know, I like Star Wars. I have a lot of Star Wars pieces. And so more to the non-good guy side. And so that's what I lean towards. And so a lot of my art is like that. So if you find something unique out there, I really highly suggest you look at it. They have prints, they have canvas, they have art oil.
Oh yeah. So they will have these giant paintings that are thousands of dollars, but almost all of them have a bin with $50 prints that frame very nicely.
If the artist is there, they can sign it.
Yeah, they'll sign them for you too. And so the ones we have are the $50 prints. If that's too much, a lot of them also will have postcards that you can absolutely get a little frame for. So there are various price points available for anyone who is interested in this art. So don't feel like you have to come here and spend $1,000. Yes, the $1,000 paintings are going to be in your face, but if you find something and you love it, ask if it comes in different formats.
Right.
Because they probably have they have posters. The posters are harder to find, but they've got them, right?
Yeah.
And so that's just paper. So that's going to be even cheaper. So there are many ways to get copies of these things. If this kind of thing brings you joy, know that there's a lot of different ways of getting it, and you don't have to be the big spender to get art that makes you happy in your house. So we hope you are having a wonderful day, and until next time,
stay strong,
get creative,
keep exploring.
We'll see you in the next video.
Bye.